Because even if you don't realize it, let's say you're not diabetic, but you have consistent high levels of blood sugar and then insulin, which is also going to come up to try to drive the blood sugar down. When you have high levels consistently like that, even if you don't ever have diabetes or develop that disease, realize that those high levels of blood sugar and insulin cause premature aging and cellular death. So ultimately, everybody's always looking for the fountain of youth. How do I, prevent wrinkles, or how do I prevent from getting older, my body's breaking down? How do you do that? What I'm talking about right here. People laugh at you if you say you have the fountain of youth, but truthfully, these types of things, if you can keep your blood sugar and your insulin down by using these tips I'm telling you, that is the fountain of youth. That's as good as the fountain of youth gets in health and wellness. Keep the blood sugar down, keep the insulin down. You do that by avoiding sugar, having more protein, drinking plenty of water. To give you an idea of how much water, it's recommended that you drink 50% of your body weight in fluid ounces. 50% of your body weight in fluid ounces. So, if you're 150 pounds, just on the, let's pick an average number, 75 fluid ounces of water is what you should be ingesting every day. And the easiest way to do that is this. Wherever I put it. This is really just my excuse to get my tea that I had misplaced. But it is what I'm talking about. Have something you carry with you at work, wherever it is you're spending your days. If you have a little canteen or mug or something that you constantly have water in, or I like to drink tea. Tea's a pretty good option too. Decaffeinated tea, herbal teas, green teas are really good for your health. We want to avoid the liquids being the pops and all the sugary drinks, fruit juices. But if you have something with you and you're sipping on it all day long, guess what? You're much more likely to get enough water than if you're not going to drink anything all day and you're going to try to get it all with supper. Nobody here wants to drink 75 milliliters of water for supper. That's a lot. And most of us are dehydrated. We don't even know it. You probably heard before, once you're thirsty, you've already been dehydrated for a while, which is true. Studies have shown that most people are dehydrated. We don't drink enough water. So it seems simple, and it is, but it's something that can have such a profound effect on your health, and it's so easy to do, you just have to adopt the habit. Carry something around that you're sipping on. And sipping on water is the best because it saturates, or it gets into your body better than trying to drink it all at once. Because if you drink it all at once, your body can only take in so much at a time, and it'll filter the rest out through your kidneys and your urine. Okay, so you want to be taking a little bit at a time all day long so that your body actually can absorb it and use it. Because nothing does us any good if it just passes through us. Whether we're talking about what we're eating, drinking, vitamins we're taking, whatever it is, if it passes through us, it didn't do any good. So I talk a lot to you about making sure that you're actually getting what you think you are when you're taking something. And water is the same. You want to drink it slowly so you actually use it. Now, if you're not convinced or you're bored with water here, realize that down here I have some of the dehydration causes, or things that dehydration can lead to. We might think that it's no big deal. Weight gain, hypertension. I don't remember what the other two are on there, so I'm going to pop this up on my screen real quick just so I can tell you. Diabetes and high cholesterol. I mean, those are some pretty major things just from being dehydrated. And you might say, oh, does dehydration, lead to that, or how does it cause that? Well, you have to understand that our bodies are made up of thousands and thousands of cells. Okay, that's the smallest unit in our body that makes up who we are. And each cell is like it's a sack. Think of it as a sack or a balloon that's mainly filled with water. And inside we have a few parts that make the cell run and make it healthy. And ultimately, if our cells are running and they're healthy, we're healthy. You want your cell to be nice and plump, full of water, look like a grape, okay? A tiny little grape. As it begins to dehydrate, it'll start to shrivel and it'll look more like a raisin. And if the cell isn't healthy, you're not going to be healthy. And it just starts to manifest as symptoms, which can be diabetes, weight gain, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Those are all just symptoms to a problem, something we're doing wrong. Okay? Let's talk about the third joy stealer here. Well, I feel better now that I have my tea. Something to wet my throat here, or else I'm going to run out of gas. Third joy stealer is the couch. What I mean by that is that exercise is one of the key components. You know, I always talk about the 5 essentials. I don't know if I've ever said it to you. I know you guys have heard it because you've been at some of these previous talks. You'll hear it come up again and again. The 5 essentials, and they're right here. Well, one of those 5 essentials to healthy living is exercising. And I don't know too many people that have a family tradition of where they get together on Christmas and they all go for a run. No, most of the traditions I know, people get together, they sit on the couch, they eat way too much food, they watch football. Right? I'm not saying you can't watch football. Well, what I'm saying is you want to make sure you're still exercising. And if anything, you should be exercising a little bit more during the holidays because chances are you're going to be consuming more food. And you know what happens to food if we eat it and we don't burn it off? It becomes fat in our body. Our body's smart, it'll store it, but it stores it as fat and then we don't like it because it makes us not look as good and it makes us less healthy. So, we need to be burning that off. Interesting studies that just came out here, they found exercise is more effective at treating depression than antidepressant medications. I'll bet you if you go and ask 100 people if they think the chiropractor can help them with depression, 100 out of 100 would say no. I tell you what, if I can convince you and get you to exercise, the studies say that I can do more for you than your psychiatrist who gave you the antidepressant. Okay? I'm not trying to gloat here, but I'm just telling you, it's as simple as that. And really my job as a chiropractor is to get you to understand how to live healthy and take care of yourself where you don't need the medications anyways that aren't even as good as this. Let's talk a little bit more about exercise. So, I mean, exercise, guys, your body needs it. It was designed to exercise. I mean, you can look at it through evolution. You can see how the body was designed. It was made and meant to move. It was not made and meant to sit around like we do in society today. And we can see that because so many disease processes that are happening in our society today are from a lack of exercise. And if all we did is got out and moved around more, we could prevent so much of it. The benefits of exercise are way too exhaustive for me to list on a slide or for me to talk to you about tonight. But I want to talk about just a couple of them. Understand that exercise enhances your energy and your immune system. A lot of times people say, well, I don't exercise because, it makes me tired. I get tired. Yeah, maybe in the short run, while you did it, you got tired. But in the long run, studies have shown you're going to have more energy during the day if you're somebody that exercises on a regular basis. It enhances your immune system, like I said. Again, this goes back to if we're getting colds, flus, cancer, things like that, they're all immune system problems. And if we can do things that boost the immune system, we're going to ultimately be healthier. Well, guess what? Exercise is a great way to boost your immune system. It increases your metabolism, which means that you're going to be burning more fat all day long, not only when you exercise, but all day long. If you're fit and you have lean muscle, you'll be burning fat all day long and building lean muscle, increasing metabolism. So in the office, what we do here, look, I don't care how you exercise, where you exercise, the key is that you exercise. But we do know through scientific principles that there are better ways to exercise than others, and you can really take advantage of that knowledge by knowing what to do, how to do it, when to do it. What we promote in this office is a program called Max T3. And again, it's not like this is the only way to exercise, but this is the best way to get benefit out of your exercise in a short amount of time that's out there today. It was designed by a group of doctors, and these are the doctors that train the United States Olympic judo team, wrestling team, powerlifting team. So these guys know what they're doing when it comes to exercise. But they also designed it, being doctors, they designed it for patients in the office. They designed it so it could be done from anybody, from the starter, somebody who's never exercised a day in their life, or somebody that has a hip problem or a knee problem, a joint problem somewhere. They eliminated all the excuses. They said, doesn't matter where you fall, what problems you have, we designed it so that it was for the starter all the way up through the Olympian. And we do this in our office every single day, Monday through Friday, I should say, not on the weekends. Weekends you're on your own, but we do this every day in the office right after work at 6:15. I was putting this together for you guys, but Dr. Bree was in here at 6:15 tonight, before you guys got here, doing this. And everybody's welcome, and it's free. We don't charge anything for it. I mean, there's nowhere else you can go to get free exercise sessions that are guided by a program made by a bunch of doctors. So take advantage of that. You know, get in here 6:15 every night, exercise with us. It's a 12-minute program. Again, they eliminated the excuse of time. So many of us say, well, I don't have time to exercise, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours in the gym, I can't do it. They put together the right exercises at the right intensity at the right time. So in 12 minutes, again, these are doctors that designed this. In 12 minutes, you can get all the benefits that you need to for your health in 12 minutes a day. It's not much. And if 6:15 in the evening doesn't work for you, or you don't like to exercise in groups or whatever it is, it's available on DVD. For $35, you make the best investment in your health right there. Follow the DVD at home on your own. Okay? You don't have to buy it in my office. If you don't want to buy it here, look it up online. Okay? I'm never going to push products on you, but I'm going to give you ways to increase your health. And you can do that out of my office or in my office, whatever you prefer, whatever is easiest. The last thing on there, get in a routine or it won't get done. And I can't stress this enough. It's just like brushing your teeth. How many of you brush your teeth? You don't have to answer this, it's a rhetorical question. But how many of you brush your teeth in the morning, like right away when you get up or right after you eat? You have a routine, right? That way you don't forget. You probably get your teeth brushed every day, at least once. Maybe you do it again right before bed. It's a routine. If you sporadically did it and said, well, I'm just going to do it somewhere in the middle of my day, I'll bet you would forget it and it wouldn't get done. And that's what happens with exercise or anything you try to implement into your life. If you say, well, I'll fit it in whenever I can get to it, it doesn't get done, or it gets done sporadically. Maybe you do it one day a week and then you forget about the next 3, and maybe you get back to it. But if you can put it in a routine, then it gets done. So that's why we do it here every day, 6:15. That's a routine. Put it in your routine. If 6:15 works for you, put it in your schedule or whatever you use to schedule your day. Make it a routine. Get it done. If that doesn't work, like I say, you get your own DVD and you schedule your own time for it. Maybe mornings work best for you. Great. Do it every morning. But just do it. 12 minutes. Couldn't do anything better for your health. These all seem so simple, right? He's talking about drink water, exercise. But you know what? We don't do it. When we all get sick, and then we go to the medical doctor and want to take lots of drugs. And we cost the economy billions of dollars, and guess what? We just continue to get more sick. The United States ranks 37th out of the healthiest nations in the world. We're 37th. We should be number 1. It's because we don't do this stuff. You know? We don't do the simple things like drink water and exercise. Let's talk about the fourth joy stealer. Stress. Stress is it's one of the most horrific things on your health. I mean, all the studies that have been done on this just show that stress, you might not realize it, but slowly but surely it robs you of your health. And there's no bigger stress time during the year than the holidays. And it should be full of joy and happiness, you know, which that's part of it too. But this stress, where does it come from? Well, we all stress out way too much about, we got to get all this stuff done, Thanksgiving and Christmas, I got to get all my shopping done, I got to plan meals, I got to plan events, I got to host a party, right? I can't afford it all financially, that's a problem. And we just get all stressed, okay? That's why this is the biggest time of year that we're stressed. Take a look at this. This is where our country's headed here. Antidepressant use, in the last 20 years, it's gone up 400%. In the last 20 years, 400% more people are taking an antidepressant drug. Why? Because they're stressed out. Okay? They're not happy. They're depressed. They're down.